Hey kids, it's been a while and I've had several of you ask what's happening with the house in particular, so I thought I would try to give you an update. For those of you who don't know me, I am Amy Atwell. I own the Painted Mermaid in Southport, North Carolina, and I'm building a house. So I am out here, and it looks really great. The house is actually being built by Mark Atwell of the Middle Sound Group, and the siding is almost complete. The drywall is up, it's been mudded, and should be sanded tomorrow, I think is the current schedule. And once that is completed, it's time to start painting. So they've got all the windows plasticed and taped off, as you can see in the background. And from an efficiency standpoint, just both from a cost and time standpoint, we're going to spray it. And we're going to spray the whole house with the exception of the little guy's room, all a very, very soft dove gray. So I'm looking forward to getting that done. That really should change the dynamic of what's happening in here. And what's happening in here is really neat. So just to refresh everybody's memory, the floor is going to remain this concrete. So we're going for a really industrial kind of vibe, and I'm tickled about the floor. Anybody who saw it right now would probably have a stroke. I mean, the guys have gone out of their way to keep it as neat and tidy as possible, but you're just not gonna do that with drywall mud. So what I'm looking at now is splotchy and patchy and powdery white. And once we go through here with a scraper and a squeegee, it should have kind of an interesting industrial pattern to it. And I'm really stoked to just kind of see where we land with that. Then it'll get sealed. And then over the sprayed walls goes the trim. Now, Mark is going to spray himself. I may help with that, but we agreed that the trim was best left to folks that do it all the time. They can move faster and more efficiently, and it's worth the added expense of having that done correctly and at a good clip. Because one of the things that I think a lot of folks fail to take into account when they're doing their own whatever it is what is it costing you from everything else, from a time standpoint. So with both of us handling small businesses in the middle of a pandemic, with the world kind of sort of slowly opening up, but not really, it just makes more sense to have somebody else to do that for us. So we've also run into kind of an interesting little hiccup, and I'll be curious to see how this pans out. But we had hoped for a move-in date of June 1st. And word came yesterday that the cabinets are about 5 weeks out. Now, I think today that ETA has improved a little bit, and Mark is certainly working on doing what he can to drive it a little sooner, because it just gets more and more critical from an expense standpoint to get me into this house as soon as possible. So the fun part is, though, once all the details are handled out, once we get a CO, which is a certificate of occupancy, that's where I really get to come in here and work my magic a little differently. I mean, I have some things on my plate right now as far as getting ready for all of that is concerned. I know I shared with you guys the vintage lighting that's going in. So that's all been updated by the professionals. The other thing that I have that I'm super excited about is a really fantastic double apron vintage farmhouse sink that needs some love. So we've not really been able to find somebody who can do it professionally. So I am fixing to get into the Bondo of it all, and then the paint of it all, because it does have some opportunities, as we used to say in the corporate world, as far as some pits and a little bit of rust. So that is next on the agenda. Just to update those of you who are interested as far as the store is concerned, I am still working by appointment. There's a lot going on there. I am closing out my separate unit of a studio and pulling it up to the back half of the store. We are still in school, so I still have a little guy, working to get through the last week or so of school. I mean, the teacher has been amazing, but that is still on the plate. And just breaking down, revamping, updating, bringing in new merchandise, a lot of great partnership with fellow vendors and fellow pickers. And I mean, it's really been a great experience, but it's a lot. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot. But the third category, or fourth or fifth or eighth, whatever category we're on here of update, is that I got the last, hopefully, it probably won't be the last, but the close to last round of edits off to the editor last night. So I'm super excited. That in itself has just been a tremendous learning experience. I've had the partnership with Stanley Spain, who is just a fabulous mentor and teacher, I made a new word up, teacher and partner. She's just been a great friend and partner. And the book has now gone through Carol Pearson's fabulous hands, and that's been a great experience, just kind of cultivating that relationship. Carol getting to know me a little differently, a little better, bless her soul, and me doing the same with Carol. So that's neat. So she messaged today that she'd gotten that, the email from me. So that's close. We've finalized the details of the cover, and it's just been a fascinating process. So still on track for a pre-sale date of June 7th. We'll keep you posted there. But I mean, it feels like we're rounding a curve. So I think the biggest hiccup at the moment is the kitchen cabinets. I'll keep you posted on that. And if anybody's interested in partnering with Mark, again, his name is Mark Atwell. The name of his business is the Middle Sound Group. I will put a link to his Facebook address in the comments, and actually I'll put his phone number too, unless he tells me differently. And it's been a great experience all the way around. Knock on wood, through no fault of their own. I mean, we'll just see what kind of strings he can pull to get these cabinets in. So so thank you, everybody. If you're interested in an appointment, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you are so inclined, please hop from here over to the YouTube channel, which is the Painted Mermaid Southport, and subscribe, like, share from YouTube. It is something that I would like to continue with, and once the house is done and once we've gone through some of the merchandising in the house, I'd like to really build on just the educational piece of what I feel like I bring to the table from a whole lot of standpoints. So let me say for the 22nd time, and thanks for watching. You guys have any questions, please sure to reach out. Information below, and we'll see you when you get here.